we've had a deep partnership with Microsoft for many, many years. And I'm super excited to play a video that I just recorded with a CEO of Microsoft, Satya Nadella. And just after we spoke, just a couple of days ago, we actually closed a deepening of our partnership. We're extending the partnership that we have well into the 2030s. And we're super committed to Microsoft Azure Databricks. Satya and Microsoft have been great partners of ours, and we're looking forward to deepening that further. Let's play the video.
No, thank you so much for having me, Ali. Again, congratulations to you and the Databricks team. It's just fantastic to see what we got started on, whatever now, close to 8, 9 years ago, and where it is. It is just congrats to for all the success you guys have had.
Well, a lot of it is thanks to the partnership that we have between the two companies. I wanted to ask you, you were actually at the conference 2 years ago here at Data and AI Summit, and AI was just taking off, and it's been crazy 2 years. And actually, you had some pretty spot-on predictions back then. I'm curious, anything that's surprising to you that you've seen in the last 2 years? And when you look forward, how do you think the next 2 years are going to evolve in this space?
Yeah, I mean, it's to your point, it's just been crazy in terms of the pace, right? Which is, and like all tech changes, I think some things we always forget is it's the compounding effects of all the S-curves, right? There was the pre-training S-curve, and then there is now the test time compute S-curve. There is just the application tier getting more mature S-curve, right? We've all learned even how to build stateful applications using AI. And so I think it's that combination that's been pretty stunning to see. And also the other thing is the evolution, right, Ali, which is we started by saying, wow, I can now have intelligence that I can chat with. Then we said, oh, we can assign tasks to the intelligence. And now we effectively can have digital co-workers, right? So which work autonomously, we're still in the loop. But all three of this, right? When I look at even my usage of, say, something like Copilot on a daily experience, all three modalities or form factors are part of my daily experience. And so I think that that's exciting to see the rate of progress, the compounding effects of S-curves, and quite frankly, at the end of the day, the enterprises and the developers being able to build on top of the platforms you're creating, we are creating.
I want to turn to helping these enterprises actually get that value out of those autonomous systems. We've been working together now. Partnership's been 8 years, as you mentioned, is when we started Microsoft Azure Databricks partnership together. And over the years, we've been integrating with the whole Azure ecosystem. So Azure Databricks is truly native part of all of the Azure ecosystem. Over the years, we added Foundry, Power Platform. The whole SAP partnership we did is actually built on top of Microsoft Azure Databricks. So I'm curious, looking forward, how can we create even more value together? And how are you seeing the partnership evolving? How can we accelerate this together?
Yeah, I mean, that is the most exciting part. I mean, I think it was pretty unconventional when we came together back then to say, hey, we're going to make this a first-party service. And so that's why whenever I think about Databricks, I think of it as a first-party service. And it's just great to see that seamlessness of integration. And as you said, now we're connecting the graph even more, right? Even what we have done with Foundry and Databricks. That means you can build these stateful multi-agent automations on top of Databricks with Foundry, or what we're doing with the Power Platform connector. It's awesome for anyone who's low-code, no-code to be able to build applications on top of Databricks. What you have done with SAP, I think, is a game changer. So for us to be able to, even between SAP, Databricks, and sort of all of these connectors we have, the amount of value we can add to enterprises is, I think, pretty stunning. So I feel that what we have built is pretty unique. The fact that every day we get up as two organizations that are connecting the graph even more, ultimately to add value to sort of enterprise IT, enterprise developers, and enterprises get more value out of what is the hard work they've done, right? One of the things I always think about, Ali, is if the new technology somehow builds on the investments they've already made and compounds the effects for them, then that is a true value add. And that's, I think, one of the goals that both of us share, and it's great to see us keep making progress on it.
Yeah, 100%. Now, there's more talk about AI than ever before, from, CEOs all the way down to practitioners. There's a lot of hype, but there's a lot of value that's actually being created. I'm curious from your vantage point, where are customers getting actual real value? Where can we separate the hype from reality? And, what's this going to look like? What are the things they should focus on if they really want to extract value from AI?
Yeah, I mean, I think just like how when somebody sort of said, let's make an enterprise-wide platform decision around analytics with Databricks, right? That's when that enterprises are all scaling beyond like a POC here or there to making a bit of a platform choice so that they can have many use cases that can be built using a common technology base, a common architectural pattern. And that's where we are now, right? When I look at even between Databricks and Foundry, that's what we offer. Or Databricks, Foundry, and Copilot Studio or Power Platform, that's what we will offer. So to me, it's the top-down scenarios, whether it's customer service, marketing, finance, what have you, I think that those are happening. The more exciting thing, even for me internally, even at Microsoft, is to see where I now have people going and taking, because it's become standard issue, right? I mean, it's not just GitHub Copilot for software engineers, but, with something like Copilot plus, my ability to have a connector to Databricks to be able to build an agent that then I can automate some supply chain process. You are now getting to a place where it's become standard issue where every employee inside the enterprise is able to either manage agents, create agents, orchestrate agents, in order to create that next level of automation around them, change the work artifact, and the workflow, right? That to me means that the compounding effects really show up, the productivity gains, because the ultimate measure for me always is not some AI benchmark. It is the GDP growth in the real world. That means it's the growth in a firm, and that's, I think, where we are seeing absolutely real evidence that this is scaling.
Yeah, 100%. That's well put. Getting these agents to really seamlessly integrate with that whole graph, like extending that graph, which we look forward to doing with Azure for many years to come, and getting those agents to understand the data that they have inside the enterprise, the data intelligence. So super excited about the partnership, Satya. Thanks for taking time. Maybe we'll talk here again in 2 years.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Adi.
Thank you.